Reporting live from Riot Games headquarters, my name's Nicolai, and I just got news that Riot is about to announce their latest feature. Oh, wait, what? Okay, breaking news. From now on, the more money you spend on your account, the more damage you will do in-game. More on that story tonight at 10 o'clock. But first, a word from our sponsor, ProGuides. ProGuides.com is the all-in-one service to make you a better League of Legends player. They offer up-to-date tier list, champion guides, and coaching from high elo players among much more. And their challenger coaches are available to play with at virtually any time. So sign up with the first link in the description and start ranking up today. Now with that being said, let's get back to the news. Getting right into the action with number 4, we take a look at a high school student who was featured in the local news for what had been reported as winning a League of Legends championship while in the hospital. This took place on September of 2018 when the New Zealand high school Rani Toto had their League of Legends esports team qualify to a regional tournament, specifically to the finals of this tournament. But the timing was pretty bad, as Rani Toto's mid laner had just been hospitalized due to an emergency lung issue which required surgery. And reportedly, their mid laner named Brian Yu is the team's best player by a long shot. So having him out of these crucial games was going to be devastating. However, Brian wasn't planning on missing the finals. Reportedly, just hours after his lung surgery, Brian was on time to join his team online and play out their upcoming matches. He played these matches via a laptop in his hospital bed while using the hospital Wi-Fi. Nurse, can you get me an Ethernet cable? One of his teammates said that at one point, when they were all on Discord, he had to have some sort of injection while playing, and they just kept hearing him moan. And on the flip side, Rani Toto's opponents got destroyed. The final game of the best out of 3 match only lasted 23 minutes and had a score of 33 kills and 3 deaths. Brian somehow managed to play Lucian mid, have solid CS, and go 11-0-4, all while laying in his hospital bed. If Brian's able to do this from a hospital, then my solo queue teammates genuinely have no excuse. Also, winning this match qualified Rani Toto to a grand final against the other best high school team in the region. And I guess you win a couple competitive games from a hospital bed, and now your confidence is through the roof. As before the final, Brian told the enemy team to just surrender at 15.
Well, my advice to you, Albert, is surrender 15 minutes, so it's easy.
Rani Toto High School went on to win the final and became the high school champions of the Oceania region. Now for number 3, our next story takes place in Brazil. Flamengo is one of the world's biggest soccer clubs. They have their top level men's team, a women's team, and just recently they opened up an esports team. And since their debut, they've been one of the top League of Legends teams in Brazil. But then on February 25th, 2019, Flamengo's esports account was sharing a victory that they had that evening. And for whatever reason, this was enough to trigger one of Flamengo's counselors to go on a Twitter rampage, calling the esports players special needs nerds who just spend hours in front of a screen. Specifically, she was upset that Flamengo would focus their efforts on promoting their esports team instead of their women's team. Her original tweet said, "Who would have thought, huh? Flamengo promoting a nerd from the worst kind. Symbol of anti-sports, anti-physical activity, and nothing about women's soccer. Not even a line." This started making the rounds online in articles and traditional news, as this is literally a member of an organization bashing her own organization. An esport player named Raken replied to her and said that instead of attacking her, he would like to call her and open her mind. To this, the counselor replied, a reply which literally sounds like words that would come out of an angsty anime character.
"It's too late. I'll do everything to end League of Legends."
Followed by some more rambling. Raken replied to this and said, "It is a shame. Good luck on your quest." After the story blew up and articles were made, the counselor deleted her Twitter page. She later came back to defend herself against the articles that were made about her and did not apologize to the esports players. She instead caps off her rampage by saying, "I'll always be against esports in Flamengo." As we continue with the news, number 2 is just a strange story that came out of South Korea featuring a K-pop star. Basically, in June of 2019, there was an event taking place where K-pop stars competed against each other in video games such as League of Legends and Overwatch. One of the presenters was Hyun, a member of the group Very Good. To this event, she came out in a full KDA RE cosplay, which is where the controversy takes place. Some boomer news outlets started reporting on pictures of Hyun from this event, stating that she wore a very revealing and vulgar outfit. Then, as this gathered attention, fans on both sides started chiming in, some complimenting her on her cosplay and others doubling down on the outfit being too revealing. All this attention reached Hyun and she didn't really take it well. She had made some posts on Instagram addressing the topic and later did an interview where she said that she had felt sad and cried while not being able to get over the comments that she had read. And that's basically the main meat of the story. But the reason I wanted to feature it in this video is that it is kind of bizarre sounding, and it's still interesting to see the reactions from regular people seeing gaming intertwined with their mainstream entertainment. It's also kind of comical that a whole celebrity drama was going on between fans, reporters, and the celebrity, all while Ari from League of Legends was technically the reason for such drama. But yeah, in conclusion, there might not be any more K-pop stars cosplaying as Ari anytime soon. Now, to end off the video, for number 1, we take a look at a very outrageous story featuring Dota 2. But don't worry, League of Legends is in here somewhere. This takes place in the Philippines in 2014. The story itself went viral within Filipino communities and was referred to as How the Game Dota 2 Caused a Boy's Death.
Humihingi ng katarungan ang pamilya ng 11 anyos na batang pinatay sa Malolos, Bulacan. Sospek ang 16 na taong gulang na kaibigan ng biktima. At ang nakikitang motibo ay ang pag-hack umano sa account ng sospek sa online game na Dota. Nagpapatrol, Dolan Castro.
Basically, what had allegedly happened was that an 11-year-old boy hacked his 16-year-old friend's Dota account. I'm not quite sure what he did with the account, but it was enough to upset the 16-year-old to the point where he got revenge in the form of killing the 11-year-old. And you already know, the moment the mainstream media can link a violent event to video games, these boomers are in full effect. This tragedy instantly created reports that lawmakers were looking to ban both Dota 2 and League of Legends from being played inside of internet cafes. The internet cafe culture is very big in the Philippines, and allegedly there have been other violent stories that were tied to gamers playing Dota. I found the news channel's Facebook post about this story, and you could find comments from locals who aren't necessarily fans of the online game. This comment is basically how non-gamers be viewing video games in these situations. Satan is using this video game.
Wake up, people.
However, while researching for this video, I thought reports of that law would just be reports, nothing else. But apparently, they were serious, and just a year later, a district in the Philippines passed a law banning Dota from being played in all internet cafes. This was the statement given by one of the district's officials. Dear countrymen, we will be pushing on with this town resolution because we believe that this is the right thing to do for the children who are often seen causing trouble, cussing, cutting classes, gambling, staying up late, fighting, and ignoring their studies. We love the children and we will not allow their future to be ruined. Thank you for your support and understanding. And just days after this law went into action, every child in the district started getting incredible grades, kids weren't fighting anymore, not a single swear word was ever said again, and to top that off, one of the kids even cured cancer.
None of that ever happened. Instead, the kids now play Fortnite.